It's Johnny Venezia for RotoWire, and we're talking 4 hot waiver wire ads you need on your fantasy team today. First up, we're going to go with Seattle's Emerson Hancock. Welcomed back into the rotation with the injury of Bryce Miller. Just 9% owned in Yahoo Fantasy Leagues right now. And albeit the overall season numbers aren't exactly impressive, it's a 4.48 ERA and a 1.38 WHIP. But recently, in his last 4 starts, he's gone 5 innings, at least with 2 earned runs or less in 3 of them. The one that he didn't was a quality start with 6 innings, 3 earned runs. He's been strong this year in his appearances outside of 2 blow-up outings. The first outing of the season was 6 earned runs, and then he had a 7 earned run outing a few weeks ago. But Emerson Hancock, pitching for the Seattle Mariners, one of the best rotations in baseball, has slotted himself into the 5th starting rotation spot, and I expect him to be able to go out there and compete and give you some fantasy points. The fact is, the low ownership percentage suggests that there is some value on the waiver wire with Hancock. His best pitch is the slider. It's been money this year. Opponents only hitting .206 against it, and it's got a 32.1% whiff rate. So definitely go take a look at getting Emerson Hancock on your team. You can slot him into your starting rotation on the pitching mound, and towards the end of the rotation in your starting role, and be able to get some points. Next up, we're going to go with a blast from the past in Trevor Story. Who remembers this guy? Only 33% owned in Yahoo Fantasy Leagues, and overall, it's only a .234 average with 9 homers and a .638 OPS. So why would you pick him up? I'm glad you asked. In the last 7 days, Story has gone nuts. 346 average, 1.024 OPS with 2 homers. He's got a 305 BABIP and a career best 47.8 hard hit percentage. The Boston Red Sox just traded away Rafael Devers, so it remains to be seen exactly how this will affect the rest of the lineup. But as long as Trevor Story is on this heater right now, you need to have him in your fantasy lineups. There's no telling how long it's going to last, but even if you get a good week from him or a good 2 weeks, it's worth it to get some good fantasy points into your lineup. If you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And right now, RotoWire is going to give you 15% off of any product on rotowire.com. This includes our top 400 prospect ranking, prop picker tool, and access to our experts for those start-sit decisions. Use code YouTube15 at checkout. Of course, the College World Series is continuing, so you will get all of my picks and analysis and previews for the rest of the College World Series with this subscription. We're back to it, and we're going back to the well with some guys that I watched in college. Brooks Lee, the once upon a time star at Cal Poly. It was a rough transition into the major leagues for the highly touted prospect. Just 4% owned in Yahoo Fantasy Leagues. 267 batting average, 7 homers, and a 708 OPS thus far for the Minnesota Twin. But recently, he's been on fire. 341 average, 909 OPS with 2 homers in the month of June while he's riding a 14-game hit streak. The 38.3 hard hit percentage for Brooks Lee thus far is the best he's had in his young career. Brooks Lee is a guy that has a lot of promise, and despite the fact that he has not lived up to the billing yet, it's still so early in his career. And this is a guy who had an incredible hit tool coming out of college. I watched a decent amount of him at Cal Poly, and the potential is definitely there. So I would definitely go take a look at getting a stab on Brooks Lee, because you might be picking him up for the interim, trying to get some points while you ride out this hot streak, but this is somebody that may end up becoming a really nice get for you further down the line in this fantasy season. Not to mention he's got some positional versatility with some infield spots and an outfield as well. Last but not least, another superstar at college, Nolan Schanuel from the Los Angeles Angels, the once upon a time star at FAU. It was some up and downs for Schanuel here, but quietly, very quietly, he's gotten it going with the Angels. Only 12% owned in Yahoo Fantasy Leagues, which is a tad low in my opinion. It's a 282 average with 4 homers and a 771 OPS. While it doesn't exactly jump off the screen, it's really gotten better lately, and it's providing more of that high floor that he showed in college with the ability to put the ball out of the ballpark and eventually get towards that ceiling. The power hasn't come yet, but that's something I expect from him. I think in the pro, Schanuel, realistically, when he starts hitting his peak and really getting into himself as a major leaguer, could be between 20 and 25 home runs. But the last 30 days has been nuts for Schanuel. 306 average, 822 OPS. Overall, though, he's batting with a 318 BABIP and 115 WRC plus. This is quietly one of the more unsung MLB players thus far in the 2025 season. And I think Schanuel is a guy that you can spot into your utility spot. And even if you're not comfortable starting him right away, it's somebody that I would look at holding. But at least for the next week or two, I would give Schanuel a shot in your starting lineup because he may end up surprising you and becoming somebody that is high floor and getting you a lot of points throughout the week.